So you're thinking about a career as a safety officer? That's fantastic. It's a field that's not just in demand, but also incredibly rewarding and, honestly, super important. Today, we're going to build your personal roadmap to get there. Whether you're just graduating or you're already in the field and want to level up, this is your step-by-step guide.
And hey, don't just take it from me. A certified safety professional, Jackie Mitsanka, really puts it perfectly. This isn't just about getting a job, it's about earning a professional designation that really opens doors, especially when you're aiming for leadership roles. Companies are actively looking for people with these skills.
Okay, so we know the demand is there. That's a huge plus. But let's be real, the path to get there can seem a little fuzzy, right? How do you go from where you are right now to being the person in charge of safety on a big project or in a major facility? Well, that's the exact question we're going to answer today. We've laid it all out for you. First, we'll talk about what the job is really like day to day. Then, the main event, your 5-step roadmap. After that, we'll get into the good stuff, career growth and salary potential. And we'll wrap up with some pro tips and common pitfalls to avoid.
So, what does a safety officer actually do all day? You know, it's way more than just walking around with a clipboard and telling people to wear their hard hats. It's about building a culture of safety and being a real leader on the ground.
Your day-to-day is always moving. You might start by leading a toolbox talk. Then you're out doing inspections, spotting hazards before they become problems. You're implementing new safety programs, and if an incident or even a near miss happens, you're the one leading the investigation to figure out why. And of course, you're the expert on regulations, like OSHA, making sure everything is documented perfectly. All right, here we go. This is the heart of our explainer today. We've broken down this whole journey into a clear 5-step roadmap. If you follow this, you'll be building an incredibly strong foundation for a long and successful career in safety. These are the 5 pillars, the big 5, starting with your education, getting that essential OSHA training, earning professional certifications, getting real-world field experience, and then developing the key skills that bring it all together. Let's dig into each one.
Step 1, education. Now, some entry-level jobs might just need a diploma, but if you're serious about making this a career, a degree is usually the way to go. A bachelor's in occupational health and safety is, of course, the gold standard. But degrees in things like engineering, chemistry, or biology are also fantastic because they give you that strong scientific base to build on.
Next up, if you're in the US, you absolutely have to get familiar with OSHA. This is the government agency that sets the rules for workplace safety. Getting their official training isn't just a good idea. For a lot of these roles, it is a flat-out requirement. It's non-negotiable. Now, when you look at OSHA training, there are 2 main levels. The 10-hour course is great for general awareness. It's for your entry-level workers. But the 30-hour course, that's for supervisors. It goes way deeper into how to actually identify, avoid, and prevent hazards. It's a whole different ballgame. And here's the key takeaway, so listen up. If you are serious about becoming a safety officer, you need to be aiming for the OSHA 30-hour card. That's what employers are going to scan your resume for. It's the baseline they expect for anyone with safety responsibilities. Okay, moving on to step 3, certifications. Think of these as the next level up from your basic training. They really prove your expertise. The 2 biggest names you need to know are BCSP, the Board of Certified Safety Professionals here in the US, and NEBOSH, which is a big deal internationally. So let's look at the main path with BSCSP. You usually start by getting your ASP, or Associate Safety Professional. For that, you need a degree and about a year of experience. The ASP is basically the stepping stone to the big one, the CSP, the Certified Safety Professional. To get your CSP, you'll need 4 years of experience plus a credential like the ASP. That's the one that really makes you stand out. Now, if you're thinking about working abroad, you've got to know these names. The NEBOSH International General Certificate, or IGC, is respected all over the world, especially in places like the Middle East and Europe. If you're going into a high-risk industry, they even have a special oil and gas certificate. And IOSH, Managing Safely, is another fantastic foundational cert for anyone in a leadership role.
Step 4 is so important, I can't stress this enough. You have to get out in the field. You can have a wall full of certificates, but if you don't have hands-on, practical experience, they just don't mean as much. Employers need to know you can take what you learn in a classroom and apply it on a busy construction site or on a fast-paced factory.
And finally, step 5, skills. You know, being a great safety officer isn't just about knowing the rules in a book. It's about how you lead people. You need amazing communication skills to train workers and get buy-in. You need real leadership to build that safety culture. And you need sharp problem-solving skills to figure out why things go wrong and make sure they never happen again.
So you're putting in all this work. What's the payoff? Well, this career path has some serious potential for both advancement and, yes, your salary. Let's take a look at the numbers and the career ladder you can expect to climb.
This chart tells a pretty clear story, right? A safety technician is often doing support tasks, while a specialist, which is another term for officer, is the one implementing programs and leading training. Making that jump, which usually means having that degree and those certifications we talked about, can easily mean a pay bump of over $20,000 a year. And in high-risk industries like oil and gas, those numbers can go up a lot.
And here's what that growth can look like over time. You might start as a technician or officer on a single site. From there, you could become an advisor or a supervisor, then a manager overseeing multiple sites. And if you really build up that expertise, you could end up as a corporate consultant, shaping safety policy for an entire company from the top down.
So, let's tie this all together. Here's the bottom line. Getting those advanced certifications, especially something like the CSP, does two huge things for you. First, it gets your resume past all the automated filters and onto a hiring manager's desk. And second, it directly leads to higher pay throughout your entire career. It's the key that unlocks those top-tier salaries.
Okay, you've got the roadmap. Now let's talk about how to actually drive the car. We're going to cover some of the common mistakes that can get people stuck, and I'll give you a great tip to help you nail your interviews and really get your career off to a flying start.
Please, try to avoid these traps. The biggest one I see is people just collecting certificates but never getting their boots dirty. It makes you look like you only know the theory. Another huge mistake is focusing only on the technical rules and forgetting that your main job is to lead and communicate with people. You have to be an expert in both the rules and the people.
When you're in an interview and they ask, "So why do you want this job?" Here is a fantastic way to start your answer. It's professional, it's direct, and it shows you get that the job has two sides: protecting people and protecting the company through compliance. Now, to make that answer even better, follow it up with a quick personal story from your own experience that shows how you've actually done that.
So there you have it. We've laid it all out for you. What the job is, the 5-step plan to get there, the career you can build, and the tips to help you succeed. The entire roadmap is right here. The only question left is, what's your first step going to be?